education, it's a remarkable journey that could continue all the way to the NFL. ESPN's Jason Bennett caught up with Alex in Honolulu for this week's Aussies Abroad.
Alex Dunnachie was living a typical Aussie teenager's life in suburban Melbourne. His weekend centred around his local footy club, Dunnachie. Content with having a kick, a run around and a good time with his mates, a sporting career wasn't on Alex's radar until fate intervened.
Found out about a biggest kick competition through a flyer down the local footy club down at Dunnachie, back home. Went to this camp not thinking about much else except I can kick the ball a long way. And turns out Sav Rocker was there as part of Pro Kick Australia run by Nathan Chapman. And he pretty much gave us the basics of punting with an American ball. I'd never seen one before, never really heard of the game, or never really was interested in the game at all. Ended up doing pretty well in the camp and heard back from Nathan about a week later saying, you should think about doing this, you've got a pretty big kick on you. Talk about it with my parents and my friends, and I mean, I was just a local footy kid playing club footy. Ended up getting a few kicks on a bit of video, put it on YouTube, and went to a couple of kicking camps over in America. The coaches here heard about it, saw it on YouTube, and pretty much how I got it.
His coaches sent over his tape, and he was booming it. He stopped here and visited, and we fell in love with him. Love him as a person, but he's just a great punter, a great athlete. He's got exactly what we're looking for.
When I first went to this competition and started training with Nathan and John, I pretty much just grabbed the ball and started kicking talks like I would with an Aussie rules football. And then they said, geez, you can kick the ball a long way, but your technique sucks. And that's when they started really training me and taking me seriously. And said, if you can get this, you're going to get so much more power out of your kick, and who knows where you can end up.
What's your maximum?
Biggest kick I've hit on the fly is a 93-yarder. I was with a very nice breeze at my back, and I'm hoping I'll get another opportunity like that.
He was very raw when he got here. He'd never even seen an American football game, let alone played in one. Didn't realize that they were going to come after him and rush him until the first practice.
And there's guys coming at you. Those helmets are a weapon, and you either want to be in the way safely and wrap them up nice, or you want to get out of their way without getting hurt. You've got the full gear on, the leg pads and everything. It puts you off balance a little bit, so it takes a few weeks to get used to it.
I hope this is recording. He has tremendous natural ability, obviously, to begin with, but he's worked really hard at his flexibility and refining his techniques and skills, and he has tremendous upside.
It was pretty tough at first, I think. I mean, missing my family and my friends and everything, but the people in Hawaii are beautiful people. I mean, they're really great to get along with. They look after you. Everything to do with Hawaii and the Polynesian community is all family orientated. I mean, it didn't take me long at all to fit in. In this sort of environment, it's more family to me. It's if I have a problem, I can go and talk to these guys about it. They're going to help me out. If I'm in a tough situation, they're going to be there to back me up. It's really comforting to know that I've got 120 guys on the team that are there to back me up no matter what.
Beginning to feel comfortable with his new extended family, Alex was about to learn the significance of being the University of Hawaii Warrior. With no professional football team on the islands, the Warriors are the team of choice not only for Hawaiians, but for American football fans all over the Pacific.
Not just in Hawaii, I mean, Samoa, Tonga, all the Polynesian islands, even people in Japan. We have people coming across all the time watching us during practice, and it's sometimes we can get recognised in the streets. I mean, I'm not a big name here, but I mean, a lot of the other guys, like Greg Salsons, the Kayla Polaris, they get recognised, and it's just ridiculous how much attention people get paid to this football team.
Now, an Aussie bloke in Hawaii on the football team, that can't be bad for your social life.
Yeah, it goes all right. There's a lot of people that are trying to get to know you. It's really humbling, actually, to sort of see people that come up to you and say they know who you are. You've got a reputation already. And, I mean, being from Australia, being from such a great country, it's good to have people automatically like you before they even meet you. When I first came here, the guy said, "Oh, so playing Australian football?" They didn't understand the game. I said, "So what's the biggest crowd that you played in front of?" I said, "Maybe 150, 200. I said, "What, 1,000? I said, "Nah, people." I said, "Oh, geez, wait till you see this." I mean, coming from the hotel the night before the game and getting the police escort to the stadium, you see people lined up with University of Hawaii gear on, lining the streets and cheering us and clapping, and old people, young people. It gave me goosebumps, and I started tearing up. I'm like, this is like they're cheering for us. This is what I'm part of. And it's unbelievable.
In part 2 of Aussies Abroad, Alex Dunnachie, Hawaiians are known for their laid-back, hang-loose attitude. But not when it comes to their football team. It's game day in Honolulu, brah.
The boys will be getting pumped up. You hear the defensive guys yelling at each other and banging their fists on the walls and doing all these chants, and I want to get involved in it, I want to get pumped up, but I can't. I've got to keep a level head and try and stay cool.
And you can catch Dunnachie in action for the Warriors this weekend as they take on Boise State. That is live from 6:30 a.m. on ESPN 360 for Foxtel or All-Star viewers, or catch the whole game directly after the Breeders' Cup. That's at 10 a.m. on ESPN. After the break, we check back in on the